Good morning. Good morning. I'm tired. All right. Joseph, Fizz, Godden. Yo. No joke. Friday was exhausting. Yeah. A lot of stuff going on at work, Joe. I gotta show you guys that part later. Yes. I am working on this Bradley and having a ton of fun with it. Yeah, a lot of I hate bullshit. Nick, good morning. Why the bullshit, you know? You know, the thing is, it's a rhetorical question. I get it. Oh, I'm just taking these doodads off so I can see. Ooh, look at that. Came together nice. A little messy in there, but I think that's actually okay. All right. Sorry, my friends. Thanks, Joe. Good news. It's Saturday. Exactly. And all that can go away for the moment. Let's put some tools so we have a little bit more space here. It is Saturday. All right, I'm going to show you guys this real quickly. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. So there are these, I'm guessing these coolers. I'm assuming they're fan units that go, they're kind of strapped on the backside. If you guys can see that detail, it's okay. See that grating? Let's see if I can give you, if I can kind of, oh, there you go. See the fans behind it? Behind that the grating? That's molded in. That is in two parts coming together with the fan behind and the what they call it, and the mesh in front. That's one part. That detail is molded in. I was remember looking at that. I'm like, what is this? It's like, did they mold in fan? And you can even see the blade detail. All right, let's see what we got here. Eating dinner on my end. Good old Cinegang. Nice. And what is Cinegang? Forgive me for my ignorance. Hopefully I even pronounced that correctly. Yes, we can. That's some nice details. I am last night as we were on our Patriot monthly Zoom meeting, I was actually just commenting on how much, and I'm plowing through working on this thing, and I've actually did quite a bit last night in terms of getting detail landed on top of here, on top of the hull. And still, I haven't glued the top part on. I can still do that later in order to be able to paint the interior separately. But anyway, it's a fabulous model. Fabulous model. So now I'm working on the side skirts. I'm not going to glue them on, but I'm working on them just to get them assembled. So a lot of this model is likely it's, you know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. It is possible this model may move up in getting it fully finished. I'm not sure yet, but it may. Classic Filipino dish, deliciously sour with meat and leafy veggies. And are we talking about like a what kind of meat are we talking about? Can it be any kind of meat? Pork, chicken, beef? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it again because you know me. I'm gonna say it again. If somebody is interested in this tank, run, don't walk. Pick one up. D1, D10, D7. Any of these so far have proven to be great. I'm not going to swear that all of them are since I haven't worked on all of them, but I'm sure shooting going to. These are great models. I know I sound like a fucking Meng advertisement, and I don't mean to, but boy, oh boy. Killer tofu. That's right. With my younger daughter off to college on Wednesday, and my older daughter, I'm sorry, my wife now living up in Maine. My younger daughter and I are likely going to be having more and more vegetarian dishes. A lot of it probably tofu based, or other types of. She doesn't like mushrooms, which I don't understand. It's like, no, what? I look at her, mushrooms, no. It's like you gotta. But anyway, no mushrooms. Nowadays, it's usually pork, but you could go for fatty fish like milkfish or salmon. Could go with shrimp. Really? Ooh, interesting. You said fish. What an influencer. I'm not sponsored by this man. Right here. I know. What an influencer. This is my way of trying to get in with Meng so that they will sponsor me so I don't have to buy these models anymore. So I can, grow my audience as well. And I can leave you little people behind. I'm sorry, Nick, what? I think I used to know a Nick. Sinus is still, we gain in our frontal lobe either by proteins or mushrooms. Really? Huh. That's kind of interesting. So should I tell my daughter your frontal lobe is challenged because you don't eat enough mushrooms? I think that would be funny as hell. Just making sure I got all the nubs off. American-based Filipinos, for some reason, never shut up about adobo, like it's a national Filipino dish, but really one goes for sinigang. Really interesting. So, okay, Fizz, question for you. Because I think if somebody said America has a national dish, or France, or Japan, I think there every now and then we might have ideas for what that might be. But also, aren't dishes like here in the US as an example, aren't they even more regional? Like up in the Northeast, it's likely going to be some kind of a fish dish. I'm going to assume somewhere down south in Texas in particular, or maybe even Chicago, maybe more beef oriented. So could it be that there isn't necessarily a national dish, but maybe like a large regional dish or something like that? Well, would you change to mushroom coffee? Would I change? I would give it a try before I said bleh. It was, yeah. I was kind of wondering if that might also been the thing. So you're saying if it were mushrooms that expanded the mind, yeah, it was the hippie mushrooms. I could be wrong about this. I don't think hippies invented the mushrooms. I could be wrong. Something tells me that probably Native Americans probably had experience way before the hippies. I could be wrong. Those are illegal in Ann Arbor. Yeah. Joe, I'm assuming weed is also legal in Ann Arbor. Is that correct? All right, give me 1 second here. Are you kidding me? No fucking way. Wow, no fucking way. All right. Here we go again. The amazement that I have over this model. I'm going to show you on this side here in just a second. Yeah. More like we have regional variants of our go-to dishes. For one, we low-key still argue which region makes it best. Yeah, okay. Weed is legal in the whole state, including your car now. Just can't drive under the influence, which would make sense. And then again, why tempt people by smoking in the car? Just smoke it outside your car. All right, real quickly. This is another one of these. Fuck me, these guys have got it right. So when I started working on the side skirts on this thing, if you take a look at this part here, I'm gonna see if I can get the light to hit it correctly. Right there. That right there is a massive injection pin mark. Sorry, guys. Massive injection pin mark. And there's a bunch inside of these areas here. And there's a bunch down here. And even one here next to all this detail that's going to be exposed. And I thought to myself, did they actually make a mistake on this thing? Like, why would you put injection pin marks in something that's going to be exposed? And the interesting thing is, once you start assembling all of these skirt pieces, I thought a lot of that was going to be exposed. And the answer is no, all of it is hidden. I am not seeing one bit of exposed injection pin mark. Not one bit. Blown away. Okay, let's see what we got here. I don't see how any plant can be made illegal when all you do is dry it for use. Cocaine is a different story, but a leaf from the plant shouldn't be bad. No argument on my part. Especially, I mean, there's probably a lot of history which we could go into, and I don't know that I know enough of it. But yeah, there's probably enough history on why it got banned. You know, I mean, reefer madness, anyone? But we do have region exclusive dishes like my favorite sausages made from a place called Vegan. Nice. What's in the sausages, by the way? Well, George, one place. Let's try. It is the most beautiful drive in Michigan. Nice. Joe, I'd love to visit your state. I hope at some point it becomes a sane one again. Not to be confused with vegan. There ain't nothing vegan in those sausages. Okay, so there's some kind of meat, probably some kind of a lot of type of meat. Weed was banned as a money grab when tobacco was being pushed out by it. I think also hemp, the same thing, Nick. You know, let's see, nylon industry comes in and starts saying, hey, we can make this shit and hemp is bad because people can smoke it, that kind of thing. And then I'm going to say it. Weed was just bad because, you know, people are doing drugs. Dear for God, you know, it is such a human failing that we actually want to do drugs, say the people who then go and get themselves plowed on liquor. Does it really? I didn't realize that they still had coca leaves in it. Interesting. Not realize that. All right. I'm going to have to do some parts cleanup here in a way that kind of smooths out this area. I've got a little aggressive in the sanding, so now I've got to flatten this surface a bit. Ooh, that could be bad. Pork and a very distinct mix of garlic and whatever else. Seasoning those local soup people make them with. Nice. Took out the drug while left the addictive nature. I love it. You mean the sugar stuff? Do a test fit. It's a little better. I changed something enough that I need to kind of fix it a little bit. Yeah, it did eventually happen with him, but Jefferson enjoyed weed and had crops still. Yeah, make it illegal to grow because they all had hands in the tobacco. Yeah, dude. What it comes down to, this is why I'm not gonna make it political, but I'm gonna make it somewhat political. This is why I don't do weed, and it's not. First of all, I just never enjoyed it, and I don't care. Yes, make it legal, of course. I don't really give a shit, but I am absolutely stunned that when others were selling it and making money, throw them in jail as long as you possibly can. Don't do drugs, kids. You know, no zero tolerance policy, everything like that. And especially if they're black, throw them in jail. Now, suddenly, white people have been able to build up a potential business model and are able to open up these businesses, legalize the fuck out of it. So we have had and have minorities in jail for selling weed when it was illegal. Now we praise business leaders who had the forethought to be able to open up these businesses and make money at it, and we praise them. To which I say, nice one. Sorry. Anyway. All right. By the way, Nick, that was me filing, not sanding. It was filing. But it's close enough. And there we go. We're getting a little closer and getting that. You can actually see it. If I put these parts together right sort of right there, there's just like a little bit of a raised area or a gap because of this removing a nub required me to kind of sand it aggressively. Or actually, I got more aggressive than I probably should have. Minority owners of those same businesses, but I get what you're saying. How the treatment was based on skin color. Yeah. Well, the other interesting thing about it is, I'm not sure how it is down there, but I believe in the state laws up here in Massachusetts, Nick. There are laws about how many pot shops you can own, right? But a lot of the licensing here in Massachusetts, that liberal state of Massachusetts, not many of them are minority owned. Now, I haven't done the research to see how much exactly, but I remember when the shops were starting to open, a very, very small percentage of it, because the businesses were being funneled by people who had money, and they were going to people who were business people who were opening up these places. I know a guy who owns a pot shop, a very successful one up on the North Shore. He was doing weed years ago when it was illegal and knew that he could cash in on it, and great. He never ended up in jail. I'm sure the guy sold it to him probably did. Anyway, not to get political today. We save that stuff for Thursday, unless something really bad happens. And thankfully, we're not there today. Well, yeah, we are, but I'm just not going to go there. Okay. I think we are almost at a point where this is good enough. Yeah. I can live with that. I can almost live with that. One more pass. Well, it's not legal here. Really? Oh, well. Right. Which makes zero sense, but we're a grow at your own risk state. For real? Yeah. Nick, can I ask a question? You know how much I love your state. I really do. It's also the most fucked state in our country. But I just have to ask, what is the reason why weed is illegal in Texas? Why it remains illegal? And I'm not kidding people when I say I love Texas. I'll take the heat. I will take all of it. It's a wonderful state, except that it's the most fucked state when it comes to things political. And it's like when my daughter was looking at going to school down there, I'm like, oh God, please! When she said, and she did not get into the school, I was so excited. Makes me nervous to think that I'd be sending my daughter down there. Now, granted, we've got family down there, so people will be able to keep an eye on her, but made me nervous as fuck. Or you could come visit me, Nick. Yeah, you can have all the free weed you want. Free weed. I do. I love Texas. I really do. I remember right after my mother-in-law passed away, and my wife and I were just like starting to consider, what's going on with family and friends and what we want to do. And we gave consideration to us moving down there. And I was probably more encouraging my wife to do it uh, than she was interested in. We've established a life up here. I get it, but still. So that as long as he's in charge, it will never happen. I'm hopeful for two things down in Texas. I'm just going to toss this out. Jasmine Crockett, love Jasmine Crockett. James Tallarico, love James Tallarico. Young politicians who hopefully at some point will find their ways into seats of power down there that will help change the state. And you know what? What a bullshit answer. As long as I'm governor, it's not going to happen again. Okay, that's great. Why? Joe and I went there for training. I got all sorts of good stuff. Snicker, snicker. So I see one grumpy old man ruin the fun for. Yeah, so that's exactly it, right? There's no reason. It's like, I just don't like it. Yeah, fuck you. One of the attitudes that as I'm sure you guys know, I hate. That's not how we do it here. We don't do things like that. That's not how we do things. That kind of BS attitude. Banning anything adult entertainment related sounds like asking for bad news. I distinctly remember hearing about constant protests and riots when they banned porn. Yeah. Now here's the thing. I think there are things you should ban to a degree, or come up with strategies to pen it all in. Talk about that in a second. Hey, Richie, grumpy old man, George, never that. That's me. But I get grumpy over other things, but I don't know. Not about things like weed, dumb fuck, stupid shit. Yeah, it's in Egypt a decade ago when they banned porn. Yeah. George, never that. Richie, different grumpy old man. Yeah. We got a grumpy old governor down in Texas that guy's a fucking peach. That guy's a fucking peach. Anyway, yeah, Fizz, I don't disagree with you in general. There are things that you have to make sure, because some people might think that, child porn is okay. No, it's not in any way, shape, or form. In hard drugs, this is interesting. Hard drugs, like really bad ones, I think you have to find ways of legalizing it, but you have to have a medical industry behind it to be able to support it. I can't remember where it is, Denmark, someplace like that, where they actually have it's legal, and the number of people using it has gone down because the clinics themselves, you have to do it in a controlled environment where you can manage the process and try to get people off. As soon as you make something illegal, that's when everybody goes for it. I'm grumpy today, so I'm in rare. What's up, Richie? No, can't have a grumpy Richie. Hope everything is okay, brother. Oh, the movie How High, where they find the forefathers, Benjamin Franklin's Liberty Bong. Jesus, a Liberty Bong, huh? Yow. All right, I think that's all I'm doing on here. No, I'm just gonna hit this bottom side here just to get a little bit more. But yeah, Fizz, generally I agree with your analysis. Yeah, whenever you try to make it illegal, it don't do much. Anyway, back. So anybody got anything special planned for today? I'm hoping Richie will not be. Hopefully, whatever Richie's doing will prevent him from being grumpy, or at least not allow for any of the grumpies to come through. Richie, I hope everything is all right, brother. Even Franklin said, "Like that shit, smoke that shit, pass that shit." Nice. Well, he did smoke a lot. They found seed in his personal belongings, so it sounds like the movie was on point. Yeah. Mom kind of ruined my weekend. Sorry to say, she used my credit card and didn't tell me. I got a notification that my card was. If it was stolen again, I file a claim. She tells me 2 hours later she used it. Oh my God, Richie. Holy shit. Wow, Richie, I am sorry, man. Yeah, I can see where that could be like, you're like pincered between mom and the bank. Holy shit. Now I got to wait for a new credit. Oh, man. Going to a birthday party. An adult birthday party? A children's birthday party. Here we go. So now with these parts glued together, that kind of got, it's still a little bit there, but a lot of it is gone now. So that looks much, much, much better. And you can just kind of weather that and claim it as damage. Child's having kids get you invited to all fun stuff. Nice. Nice. So I'm assuming it's like one of your kids' friends or family or something like that. That's cool. I'm excited. Today is going to be a low key. I keep asking my wife this week. She's up, or she's down, I should say, for the weekend because she's going to be staying here. We're going to be moving my daughter in on Wednesday. So I keep on asking her. It's like, do we have anything planned for this weekend? Nope. Everything planned for this weekend? Nope. Yay. It's my friend's kid. Nice. You know, those kinds of birthday parties are kind of fun because at least, you know, kids go do something, adults go do something. They can be fun. Having said all that, I'm glad that's all behind me. I may try to go live today, painting minis today. Nice. Good for you, Joe. When are you thinking about doing that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is done. So this would go on. Yeah, just like this. I love it. So the entire side skirt is on here. And it just like hand in glove. Hand in glove. It literally just slid right on. Right? You can't fuck it up. It has only one way to go. And there it is. And that looks pretty damn good. I see one area where I need to remove a potential seam line. I got to figure out if that is a seam or if that's just a different type of layering on something. Exactly. Especially now, at least one of my kids can be left unsupervised. Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. Okay. I feel like I got to ask it. And I think I know. How old is Mavis now? I don't know. Maybe after the wife leaves for work around 8-ish. 8-ish. Okay. I'll try to get off here then around 8, Joe, just so you can do that. And I'm assuming that's on Instagram. Is that correct? Yeah, plans to go to network for next month event, but unfortunately, I can't. Richie, I'm sorry about that, brother. She'll be 3 in January. No. So she's younger than I thought. Time flies so quickly now with kids. It's like my assumption is now you think it's been like they're like 2, and then you go, it's probably 4, and you kind of find out it's 3. Richie, I'm sorry, brother. That really sucks. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to build the other one too in just a second, but I'm going to see if I can get in here with just a little bit of thin cement. See if I can get in here just a little bit more tightly. Let's see what that does, shall we? Yeah, that tightens up the gaps just a little bit. I might just do that. Give me 1 second here. These fuckers broke so many of these things. I'm gonna have to hit Harbor Freight soon to get some more. There we go. Sorry, guys. Probably. There will be one on the 4th. Oh my God. One. Hold it. September 4th? No. I'm totally getting spun out. There you go. Leave it like that for a bit and see what happens. Yeah. Jeez. Wow. I'm going to call around today, see if I can't get that D-Spay airbrush. Joe, why the D-Spay airbrush? I'm assuming it sounds like D-Spay is doing what D-Spay does extremely well. They come up, they steal somebody's design and then kind of change it up. I'm assuming by cleanup, it's because the needle comes out through the front. Is that correct? So that's kind of, I think, what Harder and Steenbeck does too, the H&S airbrushes, except that those are, I think, what, German made, and they're ridiculously expensive. Yeah, I think that's how that works. The assembly comes off so you can take everything out through the front. So you're not pulling the needle through into the back, into the mechanism. All right, one of those is done. Next, we're getting really close. Once I get the other side done, we're going to start working on the turret. I might have to start looking at some photos to see what everything is kind of like. There are parts that I'm not gluing on here. As an example, I'm not putting the cover over the periscope because I want to be able to paint the periscope glass separately, or maybe put in some kind of foil or something. It's a no clean airbrush system. No paint goes through airbrush. Yeah, I was going to say that's probably why it works. The needle is on the bottle. The needle is on the bottle. Interesting. That's a completely new thought. I have to take a look at this thing. Really? So no paint actually comes into the mechanism that blows the paint out. It's almost like the old school style where you had the bottle underneath and it just had I've got one of these old Badger ones, comes into the nozzle, like all the paint comes into the nozzle part, the exposed nozzle part. And then you're literally just blowing paint. It's pulling the paint up through the bottle and blowing it out through the top. Sounds awful. It does, doesn't it? Hey, Ray, what's going on, brother? You can also attach paint pens and spray. Interesting. Huh. Well, I'm looking forward to other people testing it and letting me know how it works. Old single action external mix. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. External mix. which I thought we started to eschew, but I guess not. Looks just like a siphon styler brush, but no hose. Weird. It's only $30 for everything. Yeah. Yes. In fact, that's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like one of the old Badgers. $30 for everything. Yeah, I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup inside there. Give me 1 second, guys. Where's my stabby one? Right there. My Dean. Hey, Chuck, what's going on, brother? Charles. If it helps with the cleanup, that's my issue with paint. I can't leave that out and do other work. Yeah. Parts to fix RC plane will be here on Monday. Then I can get to gluing. Beans. Oh shit, I mean Charles. Nice, Ray. One of our members last night was showing himself working on an ancient balsa and paper model that he's working on. He said, I asked him, he said, I start these things every few years. I feel like I got to start working on one of these things. And he kind of walks through it. And I asked him, I said, Bill, I just want to make sure I understand. You said every few years you feel like you got to start one of these things. Do you actually finish one? He goes, not really. So finally started working on that PG Zaku 2. Nice. How are you finding it so far, Charles? PG Zaku. Just going in there and just cleaning up some of the mold lines. Nothing fancy, nothing schmancy. So you open the box, smoke a pack of smokes, scratch your head. Sound about right, Charles. The wiring is ass. I built the head, chest, arms, and one leg, and I'm 14 hours in so far. Sounds pretty good. The wiring is ass. Now, by wiring, I'm assuming this has an LED kit with it, Charles. Question. And by wiring, do you mean that they have a wiring path through it that is just garbage or what? 500 in after the conversion kit. Yeah, I forgot. That's right. So you're doing a conversion. What are you converting it to, Charles? Something tells me it's like a goof or something like that. Yeah, conversion. I'm doing the goof conversion kit first. Yeah. So again, is it that the wiring in terms of the LED work, the lights? A little bit of flash there. Get rid of that. All gone. Hey, Tom. Good morning. I have a buddy who was going to sell me his. He don't want. And when I get that second one done, I'm converting a Zaku into a Zaku. Nice. I'm going to make a Zaku into a Zaku. Love it. Ooh. Hoo-ah. LED, there are like 5 or 6 different metal pieces for that one LED. And is that part of the actual model, or is that an aftermarket kit? Hey, Edwin. Good evening. Pardon, Elmo. Okay, got one part done. There we go. It's looking a little better. A little smushed. I'm digging it. We'll let this thing dry, and then I'm going to probably just do a little bit of cleanup work on it. Just get some of the roughness and the seam line, mold line, excuse me, taken care of. Tom, Edwin, hey, Tom, Joe, Nick. It's part of it. I'll probably try and find something better for the conversion. Nice. Hey, Edwin. So I just like Bandai's lead kits. I usually build my own. Yep. Do you actually solder on your old SMDs as well or not? Agree, Ray. The PG Zaku is nice, though. Old. Build your own. Joe, Nick. Joe, Nick. Itchy. I do want the Zaku flight conversion kit for the PG Zaku. Actually, you probably don't want one. You probably want 2, Tom. Miracle happened today. Mom asked about how do I play Warhammer 4. Really? Is she thinking about playing Warhammer? Ooh. That's all SMB directly. I'll spend the extra money and get pre-wire, but I will if I have to. Yeah, I've done that. Not fun. Pull out 3. 1 will be successful. It's definitely been an experience, but I'm probably going to send the second one to a buddy to build. I don't want to do it again. Nice. Edwin's mother's going to be a gamer. One, 2. Let's just do it this way. Fuck it. Get Mom a Titian. Very nice soldering iron with tiny tip, which helps a lot. Yep. I don't think she's gonna play, but she probably curious. Probably because she's guilty and disguise. Hey, Mom, do you want to try to play? Yeah, exactly. Pull her in. Pull her in, Edwin. I have to let her win or else you're grounded. Now you got to let her win just so she feels very good with the game. And it's like, oh, this is nice. Almost there. There we go. All right. Next. Let's see. We are competitive family. Win is a win. Nice. Oh, I like that. In that case, loser does the dishes. Right, exactly, Fizz. We should just be really good, and it won't be a matter of letting her win. Exactly. I'm finally on normal schedule. What's normal? You're still working. But I'm happy to hear it for you, Tom. Get her a nice Greek kill Team Edwin. We got the cats to clean up the dishes. They don't live here for free. Nah, yeah. How did you manage that? Okay, I'm back. I was on the phone with Mom. Oh, yeah. Richie, isn't your mother living with you? Maybe I'm wrong. I can't recall now. Or kill team and Mom probably something like Sisters of Battle. She has actually. AJ says, "Hello, AJ, dude, what's going on? Good morning." Normal as in not 5 a.m. What's abnormal about 5 a.m.? She's on vacation. Ah, okay. Some of this starts to make a little bit more sense now. Got it. AJ, watching TV. Watching TV. Dude, watching TV. What are you watching? Working from home this Friday again. Nice. Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so on that. Cool. Oh, George, hell gave me a raise. Can you have hell talk to my hell? When I ask for a raise, it's like, well, you guys are commissioned. So if you want to have a raise, you can have control over that by selling more. Oh, oh, that was not a fun conversation. Some bald guy in a basement. Exactly. That's what he should be doing. What's a raise? Exactly. A raise is something you ask for that a boss just looks at you and laughs. Some show called Henry Danger. I think I've even heard of it. Might show him some Gundam if I can find any. Show him some Gundam as in shows? Oh, God, yeah. Dude, show him the opening scene to Origin. Or 0080. Though the old animation might be a bit of a turnoff now, but I mean, I love the animation style, personally speaking. Come on. There we go. Love it. Heaven just froze over. Yeah, exactly. I got a milk crate at work I can stand on. Nice. Yeah, show him the OG. Show him the OG. Do the OG. All right. The demon said, sure. Use a bigger stick. Yep. Let's see if we have a streaming platform that has Origin. Yep. Trying to think of what it's streaming on. The way animation was great. Oh, it's fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous. Yeah, without a doubt. The new work truck is taller, so that's the only raise I got. Hold it. So hold it a second. Nick, I want to make sure I understand this. First of all, you got a new work truck because the old one's the one you were telling us was starting to fail. Is that correct? One. It's on Prime. Is it really? Ooh, there you go. I didn't know it was on Prime. One. Let me know if yes, if that's the case. And then secondly, they gave you a vehicle, a company vehicle, and for it's their tax write-off, right? And they get to do all of that fun shit. And you needed to get around. And because of it's their thing, they own it. You get to drive it for work, and they consider that a raise? What? Still holds up pretty well. Oh, yeah. A lot. I think so, too. A lot of that 80s animation works out very, very well, particularly when they went to OVAs, because with the OVAs, they were able to sink more money in. They weren't kind of bootstrapped by the requirements of television, keeping the costs down. They had a little bit more flexibility. Okay. So you can tell the quality of the animation is so good. And that opening scene to 008 is still one of my all-time favorites. Absolutely love it. Love it. No, they don't consider it a raise. It was a joke that the new truck is taller, so that's the raise. Oh, okay, I see. You're raised up. Okay, fine. I misread. I misunderestimated. No, Origin is on Prime. Yep. Origins up. Well, that's a good one, too. The opening scene with Char is fabulous. Who wouldn't like that? I mean, it does get peachy talky after that, which I personally like, but I can see where kids might be like, okay, I'm bored. Let's get to the battle sequences. Ching. Okay, now let's get all this stuff pressed in. Give me a second, guys. Just got to get all of this done. I'm going to use a couple of clamps on here. One. Two. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just laying back. He's so angry for you. Origin on Crunchyroll. Yep. He really was. Origin was on Hulu. Don't know if it is still. Don't think the 080 is streaming anywhere from what Google tells me. Hey, Ken. Good morning. What's going on, man? The OG 79 on Netflix. Yeah, the movies or the TV series? I think the movies have been on there for a while. Okay, there we go. Let's leave that be. Okay, trilogy of the OG episodes. Yep, yeah, the movies. Ew, Seed. I never watched Seed. I will watch it when it comes out on when Tom and Nina, the Gundam podcast, actually gets to that, but not until then. I'm about to watch G Gundam for the first time since I think the next season of the Gundam podcast will begin next couple of months, and then I'm kind of ready to watch that. It only has the new Seed though. Really, Ken, you're late. That's okay. I started late too, so can't really fault Ken much. Well, maybe a little. Yeah, we can fault Ken. Ken, you're late. That's the point. Would be yeah, exactly. Yo, Nick, late night pondering life for real. Staring at your navel and wondering, what's the meaning of life? Where is life? What is life? What is life? See, Destiny and Freedom. On what? What service? See, it is like the story. Like the storytelling sucks, but the designs and battles are cool. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Seed. From what I've seen of the Seed mobile suits. Was it a fire again? You should have shown up sooner. Yeah. Should make a Fall Guy. I wasn't. It was as bad as I thought it would be. The Goss wasn't bad, I suppose. Let's see. Let's remake something that I really had minimal interest in when I was a kid. Again, can somebody please give me an original story? Please, please, please. An incredible plot armor. I'll take your word for it. Always have to have fun. Have fan service. Oh, of course. Always have to have fan service. You got to love anime of that time. Okay. That part's glued together. We'll wait for it to dry. We're going to now work on the turret ring. By the way, guys, just for people coming in late, last night on our live stream on the Zoom call with Patriot, I did a lot of work on this thing, just getting a lot of the little doodads put on the surface. This model is fabulous. Fabulous. That's all I'm going to say. Fabulous. Loving it. Loving every stinking moment of it. Every stinking moment. Hey, Dwayne. Good morning. Ooh, missed a lot here. Ooh, I can sooner. Also, it's incredible plot armor. Always a fun fan service. I didn't mean to poke the hornet's nest. I just saying what Netflix had. I've never watched it myself. So yeah, okay. Yeah, but I'm still blaming you for what Netflix is showing, Nick. Just kidding. What's a good word, Dwayne? Freaky Tales OG storyline movie came out this year. Freaky Tales, the new Seed movie, up the fan service by like 10,000%. Ugh. How was the Patriot Call, or was it covered? How was the Patriot Call, or was it covered? Are we talking about the well, there's two things. Are we talking about the event the night before? Yes, it was brought up, and a lot of members are going to be joining. If you're asking, the call, though, wasn't specific to discuss that event. That went around the horn with Mason, and it's official. We're having an event the night before. Everybody was like, all the officers, all 7 were like, yep, we're in. Okay, Dwayne, sorry, I got so upset talking about remakes. That's okay. I'm just bored. Ray, the issue, I'm just bored. No fire last night, but I had a knee-high bobcat walk right past me. Really? Beautiful. They walked past you. Well, at least he didn't stop and say, "You look like lunch." So we're on the next Hathaway movie. Yep, next year. I wanted to kiss it. Really? Wow. And did it kind of stop and look at you funny, or did it kind of meander off and just say, "I don't want to deal with you"? And then I watched the movie in cinemas. Honestly, it was great comedy, only real weird. It was the character designs look like straight out of R18 anime. What is R18? Hey, Nick, Ken, it was nice. He stopped to introduce himself. Ooh, a spicy kitty. Spicy. It was nice, wasn't it? That's great news. Is this hentai? It was Friday night. Just realized I took Friday off. You have 700 unbuilt models. No excuse for boredom. Oh, I'm talking about movie boredom. No, model boredom. No, of course not. I'm enjoying even just like starting models and not finishing them. It's still fun. I didn't think she knew I was there. I was sitting still. Probably wise. So that is the edge of the woman in that movie look like they're straight out of hentai. Interesting. Wow. Cool. Not. That's where the fuzzy is. Goodbye. I definitely knew you were there. It just didn't smell like a threat. That's right. Yeah. He doesn't look like much. He doesn't even look like much to eat. I'm surprised you didn't. Have you seen the manga? I wouldn't be surprised if there was a guy sitting next to you knocking one off. Spoiler though, Lord, that love that scene where Kira's no choice fighting words and this piece to get bodied. Nope, should I? Taking chickens back from them. They act like house cats when caught. Really? Really? One. Hello? Two. There it is, three. All right. Just sanding some nubs off the one of the retaining rings. Let's see, where are we? This against the manga is so much worse than the movie. In a good way or bad. I've seen trapped ones calm down pretty quick and just chill with the dogs, and you only get one part of the story in the movies where the book. It's funny reading off these conversations as one dovetails into the next, even though they're completely different topics. It's like my brain is melting. Let's see. And against here is good, but at least the movie had some fertility monsters in the mix. Oof. So nice to wake up and just go for a walk and not already work for 3 hours. Are you walking right now? Oh, and horror is always more disturbing. Speaking of horror, I've been watching started watching two things. I started watching Alien Earth, and I'm bored. It's 2 episodes in. It's like, yeah, really not kind of hitting for me. It's okay. And I've been watching the 1955 BBC show of Quatermass and the Pit, which is definitely a little dated, but quite cool. breakfast. Nice to get breakfast. Are you by yourself, Tom? Are you getting breakfast for yourself, or are you bringing stuff back to the fam? George, it's proof your brain is hella huge. No, it's not. Oh, God, no. I cannot multitask like this. Ice Age confirmed in Aliens now, by the way. Really? What? The cartoon? Ice Age confirmed in Aliens? No, really? UHF? No. Bring back to fam. Got it. Tom, real quickly, in case you haven't heard, Tom, are you definitely coming up to PatCon? Go to Manhattan and get healthy bagel. Ooh. Something tells me that New York has a lot of really good bakeries, really good Jewish bakeries. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. I could be wrong. I'm 95% coming up. 95%. Okay, then do not commit. But we are having a pre-show party on Saturday. If you are coming and you would like to attend, it's going to be held at the museum between 5 and 8, 5 and 9, something like that. Space is reserved because we only have the ability to have, I believe, about 30 people show up. So if you'd like to be one of those 30, awesome. But I'm only asking that people who do commit have to commit because it's first come, first serve. Ain't nothing like early morning strolls, Tom. Isn't that true? Yes, we do. Yes, it does. So many great bakeries, though. I've only tried the bagels. Yeah. I'm also bringing Brian up. Which Brian are we talking about? I think I know, but I want confirmation. Denklau. Oh, no. He's not invited. No. Bro Builder? No. I don't want him up here. Of course I'm kidding. Of course I want Brian up here. I love Brian. Gonna talk with him today. Nice. Please send my regards to him and tell him I'm excited to have him come up. Got it. Canceled. I would like to bring Emma up also. That would be very nice. In fact, don't bother coming up unless this is like the flip of what I was saying about Brian. You don't bring Emma, I don't want to see you. The secret is the water. The water. I think, is that what it is? Is that the reason for it, Richie? I got to tell you right now, given the number of people I know are coming from parts south, I'll confirm it in September. Okay. Heard the food truck just left. Nope, the food truck, I'm trying to get information on. Food truck has not left. Yes, the New York water. Make everything taste better. Somehow there's like tremendous juxtaposition there. I'm not seeing that. New York and quality water just don't, when I think about quality water, not what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. It might be what gives it the certain flavor. But I'm assuming, yes, that is a part. That's one of the pins. What the fuck is dinging me like crazy? All right, let's see what's going on. I think I'm going to deal with that now. Let's see. Yes, better. They heard Brian was coming and did that cartoon thing. Everything rolls up quickly and they speed off. I hope not. Water is the cleanest, believe it or not. The cleanest, also a bumper sticker in the parking lot. A pack on saying pack on or bust. Crap, it's raining now. Oh, crap. Walking back with food and it's raining. Do you have an umbrella, Tom? Okay. Can't tell if that's flash. Does not feel like flash, so I'm assuming no. Okay. It is fine. No umbrella. Ooh. Haven't even gotten food yet. Oh, food yet. It's cloudy here. I haven't looked outside if it's cloudy here. I'm hoping to do a trail walk today. If the weather holds. Sorry, guys, give me a second here. Like that. There we go. Okay, let's glue that together. Sorry, guys, 1 second, please. Okay, get the glasses on. I just want to get all of this thing kind of just done up. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Should have drove. Well, yeah, you can always go back and get the car. I finished this MG. I may start an RG. I have 5 of them sitting there grilling me. Nice. Which RGs are you looking at starting? Yes, correct. Good. What time is it? I got about 20 minutes or so before I call it a show. Call it a day. Oof. There we go. Ooh, tiny little parts. Tiny. Working on a couple of smoke launchers right now. Get these things glued together, and then after that, I'll probably do some cleanup on them. It's kind of, they're really tiny. Oops, I heard something fall. Right there. Anyway, the Gramps 2.0, I have P Bandai Crossbone X2, Blast Impulse Spec 2, Epion, Wing, and FF New. Nice. No 2-car to drive since I'm almost to the bagel place. Well, that's good then. You'll be fine. Ask him for an extra plastic bag and you can put it over yourself, or better yet, over the food. Okay, so I've lied. I'm actually doing cleanup work on these now. Just getting rid of some of the mold lines that are on here. Quite a bit. Is your scooter waterproof? Let's see. I may just go shave and clean myself up. Why? Got a date? I'm not even using the scooter. No scooter. Got a date. So I have to fix the flat. So you hold it. How long have you had a flat on that thing? One. Let's get the other one done. A year and a half. It's like feeling and looking clean. I totally get that. I'm good with that. One bald man to another. Wow, it's not pouring bad. Run, don't walk. Year and a half. I'm assuming, Tom, there's been little to no reason to ride the scooter, which is why it hasn't had its flat repaired. I'm assuming. Yeah, no reason to ride it. I'm only 30 miles from the Bronx. When I see has the microburst all over the city. I remember when it was cats and dogs in Brooklyn. Well, Queens was just slightly cloudy. This would prove running and get you more wet in the rain. Of course it does. I love that they actually test things like that. There we go. Old lines removed. Yes, I watched that episode. This Ian was strolling. Okay, so aside from Tom out getting food, is anybody working on a model? Richie said he might work on a model. Nick is probably still not in a place where he can work on a model. Ray is probably working on some RC plane thing. I'm on the road for a wedding. Really? One in my head. I'm working on one in my head. I love it. I'll be once I get out of the rain. Is this before or after you eat? Working on my friend's towel. Need to clean up those nubs. Yeah. How bad are the nubs on them, Edwin? I have this credit card on my mind, so I'm stuck in limbo. Oh yeah. Don't you hate when like something bad happens and it's just like it will not leave? I just saw an email come through or text come through from a client. It's like I already know where this is going to go. I'm like already perseverating on it. But hopefully you'll be able to move on, Richie, in short order. Knee high and minis. Knee high and minis. I'm procrastinating on a G Quacks. Gelgoog. Nope. I've been virtually working on multiple ones the past few months. Multiple ones by also procrastinating in a video game. Well, video game is fine. You're doing something, I guess. Okay, which way are these things facing? It's maybe fairly universal. But I think not. Give me 1 second, guys. That is some stupid tiny parts. I think I'm going to need. So I put the little holder. This might be one of those tools I should probably not put in a drawer. Yeah, it's PE. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Fuck, I can't get to it right now. That is in there are left over here and there, but there is no nub stronger than 400 grit sandpaper. That is true. That is absolutely true. You can grind that sucker away. I'm busy harassing you, and I love it. Waiting for the Yan G Quacks to arrive. I'm assuming you've ordered it. Is that correct, Edwin? Soggy bagels. Well, I guess you use water. We're just talking about it, right? You're just returning them to their previous state. So working on a total ventilation system for the room, so no more moving around. Oh, that's good. Do be looking good, though. Some of those mobile suit designs actually do look good. Still not sure I'm down, but we'll see. Yeah, that's it right there. Let's see if I can do this without destroying parts. Dwayne, how far away is the wedding? And if you're not in a place where you can talk because you're driving, please don't talk. Nope, no fingerprint. That's a good thing. Confusing, guys. Here we go. Got a little bit of gap filling on that in a little bit. We'll see. Okay, let's see. The Gyan design is mint. I'm waiting for the stock to hit local store shelves. Nice. Maybe slowing down. Excellent. Hopefully the bagels aren't too wet. The Gundams are like. But that Gyan, man, I love it. No, I'm at a hotel. Okay, I'm up in Cleveland. How's things in Cleveland? And who's is this the whole family or is it just you, Dwayne? These sudden showers supposed to partly cloudy today. Well, you might still have microbursts. Took about 6 hours. Oh, that's not so bad. I mean, it sucks, but I think the baby is about to make me start the day. Nice. Babies love to do that, don't they, though? And then at some point, they become teenagers. Whole family, it's a relative of my wife. Nice. Cool. Okay, let's get that in here now. I guess I have to do 2 of these. Oh, yeah, there it is, X2. Let's see. It feels like the Drew Carey show up here. Ohio. It's not that cloudy right now. That's the way it works, man. Weather does what it wants to do, Tom. No rhyme nor reason. As long as physics apply, it doesn't matter. All the chicks with the crimson lips. Where the rain coming down from? Where's it coming from? The sky. I mean, that's kind of obvious, right? The sky. All right, let's get one of these smoke launchers on here. Okay. Looks like, guys, just got a little too much thin cement on here, and I want to get rid of it. Sorry, guys, just another second. I'm just trying to get everything positioned here. Here we go. Okay. Smoke launchers. Might actually Cleveland double for Metropolis in the newest Superman movie, so I'll try to point out spots with my daughter if I see some. Oh, that's coming. Apparently, new Superman is already out for digital rentals. Is it really? Cool, I guess. The with obviously things have changed so dramatically over years with regards to home video. It's funny how things go from theater to home video like lickety fast. All right. I think I'm just going to do a quick test here. Oh, I see why it goes like that. Rather. Oh, that's so cool. That's the bottom part of it. Oh, I get it. I dig. I'm loving this model, by the way. Just in case anybody missed it the last 500 times I've said it, I'm loving this model. Hey, Red. Good day, good day. A lot of new movies have been doing that, but 24-hour rental is like $30. Yeah, Pound Sand. It's pretty good. It's got a great tone message. I'm looking forward to catching it when it hits HBO Max. So update here. Hit us with the update, Red. And Red, wasn't your birthday just recently? Maybe I'm wrong. I thought you said that. Happy post-birthday. My white cat gave birth to 4 cats, I think. You think? I hope you know. There's 5 now. Excellent. Nothing like having 5 cats in the house. Pass. Pass. All right, my friends. We are now in a good stopping place. I've got one of the smoke launchers on here. I will get the other ones on in a little bit. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to call it a session. I'm going to start picking stuff up, head upstairs, and see what's going on. Since there's the oldest one. 5. Yeah, pass. So anyway, see you tomorrow. Edwin, have a lovely evening, my friend. In the past, she used to have 3 cats, but 2 of them died. Yeah. Judge question. If a model is in a case, do you pick it up? Depends on size and only judge on scene. Then a progress book. You should not put a model in a case when you're putting it on display. And picking up, still try to, the least amount of movement, the better. Later, Nick. Later, Edwin. Fizz, have a good evening, my friend. Well, the rain is over. How convenient. Now 5 kittens, back up to 5, right? How convenient. All right, guys. So trying to find a name for it. Oh, I'm sure you'll come up with excellent names, Red. Stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. Again, as always, I really do appreciate it. Later, Tom. Guys, go out there, go forth, and do good. Continue to brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Why? Because it is getting nuttier, insaner, crazier, stupider, and angrier, and it's up to us to make it less so. Go out there and show love and kindness to people. Show respect and dignity. Treat people like people, not like dirt. Do good. Enjoy the day, guys. Love you all, and I will see you on the flip side. Dwayne, have fun up in Cleveland. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.